So,
It's only funny.
that's my now, I want to talk a little bit before we get into the fan Q&A very shortly. So, first things first, you were the youngest ever UN Global Ambassador. When you were 14, how has your perspective changed on kind of being a global citizen evolved as you've grown into the spotlight?
How's it involved?
Yeah.
Just trying to be in the zone with people, trying to look for ways to get people interested. They don't make things accessible to people. They won't really reach them once in a while. Something like this, there's a lot of excitement, a technical aspect to it. It's fun, gets people realize
Well, that also reminds me of...
That's my perspective. I'm remembering the question.
There you go, there you go. Well, it's kind of how you said you got into climate change, where you were a kid on the beach when you were surfing and you saw it for yourself. Do you still keep that kind of beach kid mentality even these days when you're looking at how climate change is impacting us?
I mean, I try to. That's all curiosity. Is there a way for it to be better? Yeah. I mean, I think we're all still a kid going through the world.
Oh, for sure. And you partner closely with
You're gonna have to remind me of these initial questions. I don't know too sure.
No, but you're coming back to it. You've got the art of it, and you partner closely with Envision Racing Formula E, which is so amazing to see this collaboration. But a lot of people see racing as like fast cars. What have you seen of the sustainability side about how racing can help with that?
Well, I have to say my answer. You know, that they're doing this means that they're innovating, they're pushing it forward. I think the fact that you can have a car that recharges itself just by braking, finding little windows of innovation, that's part of the whole, becoming efficient, becoming sustainable as a species, designing things with our what we're given, not just taking imposing our will of what we want to do.
And I think one of the coolest experiences I've ever seen you have, and I'm very envious that you got to do this, was driving the Recover E car that was made out of old phones, old laptops. It must have just been such a surreal experience to get to do that.
Yeah, not very fast, but it's a very cool. I couldn't believe the thing would actually move and go around the track. It's certainly a powerful sculpture.
It's so symbolic of everything that we're trying to do here, right? Yeah. Now I want to quickly scroll down, because obviously there was plenty of Instagram questions sent
I feel
in.
like I'm not looking at the people.
You gotta talk
Hello
to
to
them.
the people.
Oh, you know we had over 10,000 questions sent in for you, so
That's ridiculous.
I'm really sorry we couldn't get through them all, but I'm going to pick out a few. Well, actually, how do people ask this? How did you first get involved with Envision Racing?
Well, my memory is not the best when I go back, but I'm pretty sure you guys reached out to us. And, yeah, I mean, I was looking for a way of planting trees, and it was cool.
Very nice relationship. Now, lots of people asked, I wonder if you can give us a little teaser. Is there any news about the album?
Nothing that I haven't already said before, but I've turned it into management, basically.
So we're nearly there.
Yeah, I gotta mix it and things like that. I'm doing it alone in the room, pretty much.
Are you enjoying it? That's the thing.
So, no real big news to share. It's moving.
But it's happening. Things are happening. That's what you get. That's what you get. Go on. Tell me, who is your biggest climate change inspiration?
My biggest climate change inspiration. It changes all the time. There's tons of people doing work in different areas. I was thinking about the whole tree planting thing, and Mr. Beast is just killing it with all fronts. Maybe him, Jane Goodall. There's tons of people who I've seen over the years doing different things. And I was like, there we go. That's a way that people can get engaged, or someone who is pairing up with a big business and having some type of large infrastructure that can actually make a huge change. If you get people with a lot of power roped into these things, and all of a sudden you can have a lot of impact.
That's a really good point. Like
There's
Jane,
a lot of different ways of going about fighting.
well, that's what I was going to say. Like Jane Goodall and Mr. Beast, perhaps not normally two people you put on the same level, but they've
big
got the
world.
same passion, right? And that's what matters.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look about what you connect with as a person, and what is accessible to you in your life. People think it's not really nothing. Everyone has enough on their plate, so you have to find your window.
Well, this is a tough question. Cats or dogs?
It's a silly question, but it is actually a tough question. Because people get mad.
People
Get
care.
very invested.
So,
What are you?
I love dogs and I love cats, but I've had a cat my whole life. And he's a diva. I love him. Yourself?
Does he like dogs?
He acts like a dog. He plays fetch.
Okay.
Now, come on, you're swerving the question here. I see what you're doing. You're
I
putting
like-
it back on me.
I like it when those two species get along. So cats and dogs, big fan.
That's a very safe answer.
Yeah, but it doesn't always happen, so it's a lot.
Have you had cats or dogs before?
No, but I've seen it, but I've been envious. I have a friend, and this was the most recent cat experience I had. Woke up purring, woke me up. So, yeah.
It melts your
But
heart.
it's a different kind of love. You know, everyone loves in their own way. Cats have a thing.
Alright, I'll let you get away with that. Let's go back to some of the sustainability stuff you were talking about, because we were discussing the Sundarbans around today, a massive mangrove forest. People should definitely read into it if they haven't really had a
You
chance.
said you've actually been able to see it in
Yeah,
person.
I've been down to the mangroves in
jealous.
Senegal, and that's got to be your next trip, right? I'd love to see a little vlog of that. You know,
Look at music, start to see some mangrove trees.
you could take the music down to the mangroves.
That'd be fun. Sing to them.
Well, why should
Maybe
people?
they'd grow faster.
No, I'm not even going to go into that. Why should a racing fan or someone who likes your music care about it as well, the same way that we do?
I'm sorry, my ADD's. I just wish I could see. Let me.
He's having a look at all the questions if you can't see it.
Where's the button? Oh, all right.
Yeah, he sees you all. He's having a look.
Okay. I always thought there'd be a thing. Sorry, just say.
So
I really wanted to see it.
let's go back to the mangrove forest.
Yeah.
Why should people, as we've just been discussing, care about it? Like your racing fans, your music fans,
Well, the
why should they pay
mangrove
attention?
trees are really good at eating carbon,
Yeah.
absorbing carbon in the air, sort of a problem with that. So there's a lot of different ways that you can fight climate change. The big relationship with Lead and Envision here is that there's this tree planting initiative where people can take the climate pledge, and essentially a tree will be planted and maintained. We're hoping to grow a big forest. That's this whole thing. That's a window that it's been amazing that it exists. That look forward, like, I think that's an accessible thing for people to do. It's like, okay, I'll take this climate pledge, and there we go, tree is planted.
Actually, I think it's just so
And it
incredible.
lives on to do good things.
It's so amazing to see that response that your fans have had and people involved have had to this the tree planting pledge. It must mean so much to you when you see people getting involved and like everyone watching now who can get involved. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal. You don't really realize how big the world is until you go explore it and meet people. You sort of think it's, you get a sense, but it's different when you actually see people doing things. It's my favorite part of the world. Is just going to different places and seeing people working when I'm not even thinking about it. I know it's the type of thing that keeps me optimistic about the future, knowing that it's a big world.
Well, actually, that was my next question: was how do you remain so optimistic in the
I
face
jumped
of?
ahead. Okay.
You thought about it. You knew what we're talking about. Yeah. How do you remain so optimistic in the face of what can feel like such negative climate news sometimes?
That. It's a big world of people working to make it better. Also, it's sort of a choice to be optimistic. You can look at a glass half full, half empty.
And you're a glass half full kind of guy.
Both are true, but why not be positive?
I like it. Let's go back.
If you want a can-do attitude, rather than like, oh, it's all doom and gloom. That's not fun.
I'm
Gotta lift
English.
yourself
We can be a
up.
bit miserable sometimes.
Yeah, but you break it with humor.
Sarcasm.
So there you go. You got the glass half full
We make it work.
in a different way.
To circle back to some of the Instagram questions, because I want to know this one. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I don't know. Some type of. I remember there was some place in Los Angeles years ago that had like some peach thing. I
Like sorbet?
I don't really eat ice cream. Yeah, like
I love a sorbet, man. I love a sorbet. What's your biggest fear?
I'd probably be it'd be like vanilla or something. What's my biggest fear?
I really like the idea that vanilla ice cream is your biggest fear.
Vanilla ice cream.
That works.
Biggest fear. I don't know. If you look at everything from a far enough perspective away, sort of get a bird's eye view. Like you could go as far as existence, and then you become okay with everything. Biggest fear is just trying to do my best and spend my time as best I can.
I like that.
Yeah.
Feels optimistic as well.
You just, you gotta ask if you're living it right.
I like
It's hard to balance everything in life.
Yeah.
Yes.
On a completely different note.
Is this too deep for an Instagram live stream?
Yeah, the problem is the next question is, do you have a skincare routine? Which feels like a very different level too.
Well, all things exist. They can exist next to each other.
It's important to be existential and also have good skin.
Yeah, you gotta think about both. Can't let any one of those. Okay, let me actually ask you a question. Skincare routine. Trying to make sure I keep it moisturized.
Hydration.
Yeah, talk to your dermatologist.
It's the best. Talk to your dermatologist.
I'm bad at this stuff.
No, you're not. That's fun. What's your best memory with the Envision Racing Formula 18?
Best memory. Well, the most sort of adrenaline-filled moment would have been like racing a safety car years ago, but just seeing that's probably.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You're Duffy
That's
John.
a different headspace. I can't imagine what the drivers go through in terms of, they probably visualize it and a weird thing for not trying to force it an outcome. So I don't know how I would approach that. See, I'm going too deep. I told you I go on tangents. You got to pull me out.
No. I think thinking about the pressure these guys go through, even
That was
when
the
I'm.
best memory.
But actually, that's a really interesting thing to talk about. That you're so used to dealing with pressure in certain environments. We're talking about sustainability and making sure you're doing the right thing. I feel like these guys are supporting their own team as well. Like, it's so cool to see you as a role model for your fans with the sustainability you're doing, and then these guys are like the role models for their own team. And I feel like you can always sympathise that level of pressure.
Well, yeah. And the things that I've been a part of that were the best, it's a giant enterprise team for a bunch of people collaborating. This is obviously
This is in the back.
so,
And it's simply an
yeah. That's, every job though is unique in terms of how you manage pressure and what type of roles you have.
And then, how did your passion for climate change start?
Well, it sort of morphed as I grew up and learned more about the world, but it started just being a surfer in training on Malibu and looking around and seeing trash and the beach and things. I just, it sort of came online like a lot of people my age did as social media was starting to happen and this weirdly connected world where you have access to all this information. It can be a really nice thing for getting people together and creating.
Such a nice way of putting it. Slightly off topic. Do you still get to surf much?
I miss it.
I'll get back into it.
Well, the Seattle waves are a little colder.
Okay. You living in Seattle now?
Yeah.
You a Seahawks fan? Oh, the Super Bowl! You got to
I'm
root for your
sure they're
town.
great. What I do all day is work on the screen.
It's a little different to football, right?
Yeah, it's that balancing the time thing that I mentioned before. I love watching sports. I just don't get to do it. Yeah. Sorry if I can't follow my
If you were a professional athlete in any sport,
Are you a big sports fan?
come on now, I do this for a living.
All right.
Of course, I love my sport. But if you were a professional athlete in any sport, what sport would you like to be a professional athlete in?
Well, there's an inherent risk here, but I did enjoy like racing go-karts when I was young.
Did you get involved in that?
It's a different level of risk, but it's the same joy I imagine.
The speed.
Yeah, you're a kid on a small racetrack. It's probably the same adrenaline. You just size everything up.
When you're that little, it feels the same. This is a good question. Talking about balance and time, will you return to acting?
Yeah, it's about waiting for something good to come together. Like I said, like this is a giant collaboration, that is a giant collaboration. If someone wants my help to make their thing, I'm happy to be there.
What small daily action makes you feel like there is still hope for the planet?
It can be anything. You know what I mean? You mean small daily action in my life, someone else's life?
That you see something
Something that I
happening
see
every day,
happening every
changing,
day.
that either you're doing or you're seeing other people doing.
When I go on social media and see people posting about something they've been working on for years, I go, oh, and that anxiety quits.
That's nice. And finally, have you got any environmental goals for 2026?
In each of these, sorry, but move your drink.
Keep working.
I mean, I've been wanting to get to like 1 million tree pledges for so many years. And I'm going to keep pushing until it happens.
So in each of these,
That segues very nicely.
I don't know that we're going to get there by the end of the year, but I certainly would.
Well, we need to get the people involved. So if you head to envision-racing.com/sustainability, you can make a pledge and get involved and help us get to 1 million. We'd love it. Now, thank you guys all so much for joining. Make sure you stay tuned for the race weekend. Support Envision Racing and Aidan. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy the race.
I should say.
Go on, let's get out of here.